Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing good. In today's video I wanted to talk about something that's not really anything to do with politics, but just something that's somewhat personal to me. I've just recently got a tattoo done. It's this blue one. If you can't tell, it's a fairy, and she's looking into a river and she sees her reflection as a skeleton. So, obviously a lot of people get tattoos for different reasons. Me personally, if I get a tattoo, which I don't have a lot, I think this is my 6th one, and all my others are like quite small so far. But for me, I kind of realised that tattoos are quite important because obviously it's permanent unless you get them removed, and even then it's a hassle, so pretty much permanent. So for me, you have to have a meaning for why you're getting this tattoo. Obviously some people just get a tattoo because they like a picture, or because they just like one thing about it, and that's fine, you know. And anyone can do what they want. But for me personally, there almost has to be a double meaning for each tattoo, and for pretty much all my tattoos there's at least 2 meanings why I have them and what they kind of represent. So in another video I might explain my other 5 tattoos, but I just want to talk about this newest one. So this is a picture from an artist called Anne Stokes. She does gothic and fantasy work. So I recently kind of discovered her, and I got that book for Christmas. So every now and then I'll like obviously look in the book and just kind of look at her amazing artwork. So she does a lot of fairies, a lot of like unicorns, a lot of I would say kind of like death or devil incarnate. So that's very much gothic and fantasy. And you know, she's a really good artist. She's very like good with colours and blending stuff. So I saw basically this is a mixture of 2 pictures. So pretty much everything that you see in this tattoo is one of her pictures, other than the wings. The wings are different, and I swapped them from another fairy. Originally these wings were a bit more broader, and they were purple and had a completely different design, where I thought it would be better to swap these to kind of go with the shape of this tattoo, because I wanted it to go at the bottom. And originally this pool was purple to match the reflection from her wings on the original, but because I swapped these wings, because these wings are blue, I had to change that into a blue colour. So like I say, for me, I have to have a double meaning at least to get a tattoo. So for this is a mixture of different reasons why I liked both images, you know, the wings and then the actual person. I've always been a fan of fantasy ever since I was a kid. Like, fantasy has always been my favourite genre ever since I was a kid. It's always been like an escapism for me. So that's one thing. But then I've also liked kind of dark fantasy and horror. I go through phases where I binge a lot of horror films, and then I go through phases where I don't watch any and I'm just not in the mood. And at the minute I'm not in the mood, but I've always loved fantasy. So, and dark fantasy. So I think that will never change with me. I feel like that will always be kind of an escape for me. So because obviously Anne Stokes does gothic and fantasy, it was like a great mix. And when I saw basically this design of the fairy and the river, I couldn't help but feel connected to it in some way, like a gothic fairy. So I feel like it very much represents me. If you don't know my style, I kind of dress in between a hippie but a biker, punky, emo, gothic kind of person. I like to experiment sometimes. So sometimes I might look a bit more earthy and hippie, but I would say most of the time I do dress in like leather jackets, Celtic or rock bands t-shirts, and then with like so you know, that kind of look. So you know, some might say that's punky and gothic. So my style is kind of similar to the girl, where she has long black hair, got quite pale skin, and she's wearing all black. So she is a gothic girl that happens to be a fairy. And obviously the average person will know that if you call a gay guy a fairy, for the most part, when you're growing up, it's mostly a derogatory, you know, like a bad slur for it, kind of on the same lines as like queer or faggot. So I wanted to have this as a statement to say, yeah, I'm gay, I'm a fucking fairy. So, you know, deal with it. You know, I didn't want myself to be a thing that people know that they can ridicule. So I got this as a statement, as like one of the reasons why I got this is because it's a statement to be like, I'm gay, I'm proud. I know I'm a fairy, and I'm proud to be. So that's one of the reasons, because it's kind of a statement. And then another reason is, like I say, is because it's typical gothic, how I dress in fantasy, which I love. And then I would say another reason is because of the colours. It's a perfect mix of all black and all kind of different other colours. As you can see, it's mostly blue, but then there are other colourful colours in there. And I've always loved the colour blue ever since I was a kid. So the fact that these wings on the second image were blue, and the fact that I decided to change this into a blue so then it would match the reflection of the wings, I thought was really good, because like I say, I've always loved blue. I still love the colour blue today, so I knew I wouldn't hate the colour. And yeah, and the fact that it's got signs of kind of like death and gothic work, so like how you can see that there's a skull for her reflection, and if you look at the butterflies actually have skulls on them. So I would say the third reason is, even though obviously the fairy is very detailed and colourful and beautiful, when you look into her and look into the butterflies and maybe into the river, you can see that there's almost a bit of darkness in there. And I kind of like that message, that something can appear to be beautiful but maybe has a dark side, or something that appears dark, like a reflection of a skull, is actually the true image of a fairy. So it's like something can be dark and light but appear light. So that's also why I got it, as also a message of there's no black and white when it comes to a all good evil and an all good good. So the fact that there can be middle grounds. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, and basically explain why I got this tattoo. That it's one, a gay statement, and also a statement of sometimes there's no such thing as just good and just evil, that there are grey areas. And the reason why I got it is because it's my favourite colour tones. And it's from the artist that I like. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, guys. If you like this video, obviously give it a like, comment down below if you personally like it, and if you do, tell me what you like, and if you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. Make sure to subscribe and share with your friends if you think that they're interested. Love you guys.